Hey, how are you doing? I wanted to talk about something that I hear a lot about, and I think it can be one of the big hangups for talent, especially new talent who are trying to get started. And I hear it expressed as trying to find my brand or identifying my brand. I saw somebody actually on my Build a Voice Talent Facebook page today said one of their New Year's resolutions was to identify their brand. I get brand. I'm an MBA. I'm a former marketing consultant. I have orchestrated hundreds, if not thousands, of marketing campaigns. I understand brand, but let me tell you something as it relates to voiceover, because I've been a full-time voiceover talent, very profitable one for the past 13 years. I am still discovering my quote-unquote brand. The thing that I've learned is that you cannot on your own define what your brand is. You need to allow the marketplace to help you identify it. And let me explain more what I mean by that. You can't sit down or even ask a coach and say, okay, what is my brand? Sure, we might be able to give you some thoughts as to what we see or what we hear, but ultimately what we see or hear isn't what matters. It's what your client, it's what the marketplace thinks about you. And the only way you can discover really your strengths is by experimenting, by going outside of your comfort zone. One of the worst things you can possibly do if you're getting started in voiceover is to pick a niche or a niche immediately and to begin to say, this is who I am, this is what I do. Because the truth is, you don't know what you're best at yet. And you don't have the perspective and the objectivity to name that. Allow the marketplace to do it. So two suggestions for you. Number one, experiment. Try things that you're not comfortable with. Don't define early on what you think you're good at, because the truth is, you probably don't know yet. There are things that you may think you're good at that perhaps aren't your strength. You will discover things that you perhaps never dreamed you could do that you'll be doing, but you'll never know until you try, until you work at those things. So allow these early days, these early years in voiceover to be a time of experimentation. And then what you do is you listen. Number two, listen to the marketplace. Listen to feedback. Find out what clients like you for. What type of projects do you get hired most for? What type of auditions do you get the best feedback from? That is the market research you need to make an informed decision when it comes to your brand. And that should not be done until you're well down the road of recording voiceovers, because you can't discover that immediately. Again, I get the idea of what a brand is and the importance of it, but the reality is, early on, you need to have your hands on a lot of things, and then you need to take the time to listen to the marketplace and find out what the marketplace says you're best at. And that's how you discover a brand that works. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. If you like it, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up, that you'll subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and we'll talk soon.